In this tutorial, I'm going to explain you about Java exception class hierarchy, which is utmost important in your JN2 syllabus or else any engineering course. This Java exception class hierarchy is very most important. At first, in the previous videos, I've explained you about exceptions, right? Exceptions, that is, there are exceptions which I discussed are arithmetic expressions I have discussed, file not exceptions I have discussed earlier. I'll explain you all those things now also. At first, we are discussing about exceptions, right? Exceptions are derived from throwable class. This is a base class through which exceptions is derived. The exception is further are divided into two classes. That means IO exceptions and runtime exceptions are derived from the exception class. That is, this is a parent class. These two are subclasses of this exception. Mm. And IO exceptions, there are two divided into two exceptions. That is the end of the file exception, file not exception. These two are derived from the IO exceptions, right? At first, what is EOF exception? That is end of the file exception. If you are accessing element which is beyond the range of that, if your file is having of say 50 characters, here say if you are having a file with a line having 10 characters, right? If you are accessing if you are going further more than 10 characters, that means you have reached the end of the file. Though you are accessing you want to access more than the 10th element, 10th character, then you will get end of the character, end of the file exception. And file not found exception, in the previous video I have discussed, if you are not creating a file but you are using in your program, then you will get a file not found exception. And further we'll go to runtime exceptions. In this, arithmetic expression is due to when you are going to divide anything by 0, then you'll get an arithmetic exception. And array index out of bound exception, this is caused due to when you are want to accessing an element which is more than the size of an array. If you are declared as size of the array, let it be say 10, then you want to access an element which is more than the size of the array, that is, if you want to access a 12th element, then this exception occurs. And string index out of bounds exception is similar to the index out of bounds. That is, if you have a string snist, say, then snist size is snist. This is 5 sizes, right? If you want to get a character more than the size of the string, that is, if you want to get a string a character that is 6th or 7th, then you will get this kind of exception, right? Other one is number format exception. If you are uh, converting that is typecasting, type conversion, right? I explained in the before videos, that is if converting one form of what we say, that is if you want to convert from int to string or string into to string in the automatic type conversion. If you want to convert from string to int, this is invalid conversion, right? Then number format exception occurs. That's what the number format exception is. The null pointer exception is if you want to using null reference to access any object, then null pointer exception occurs. This is what the uh, things which I explained here. Now comes the error. This is a virtual machine error. That means if these types of error occurs, you can't do anything because this is a system error. Means if you are writing a program, but there is no place to store in the system, right? If you are writing a program, there is no place to store in that hard drive. Then this type of error occurs. This is due to system hardware problem. This you cannot handle it. If you want to handle it, you have to purchase another hard disk, right? And now I want to explain you about two types of important ones, that is checked exceptions and unchecked exceptions. Simple definitions, that is checked exceptions are checked at compile time, unchecked exceptions are does not check take the compile time. That's it. But you should understand what that mean. Checked exceptions means which are checked at the compile time. That is, if you are see the checked exceptions are these all things which are in orange color are checked exceptions. In blue color which are indicated are unchecked exceptions. These checked exceptions are checked at compile time, which means if you does not indicate try or catch block to this type of exceptions, you will get this if you are not indicating try or catch block to this type of exceptions at the compile time at the compile time itself you will get an error. That means there may be a chance of getting error to you. Please try to insert try or catch block. This type of message you will get on the console. That's it. That's are checked. These are unchecked means if you handle if you keep try or catch block, I don't bother. We'll see at the runtime that means the compile time does not bother about this type of exception. But compile at the compile time these sections are bothered. That means you have to there may be a chance of getting error or there may not be a chance of getting error, but I want try or catch block. The compile want that if this type of exceptions are yet to generate, you have to insert try or catch block. That's it. If you does not indicate try or catch block, the compile time itself it asks for the try or catch block if you does not insert. But for this try or catch block is does not required. If you want to insert. If you does not insert, your problem, because at the runtime you will get if at the runtime it will ask uh, I hope you understood. I'll repeat again. Checked exceptions are these orange color ones. If you does not indicate try or catch block, I'm repeating. If you does not indicate try or catch block at the compile time itself, it will say that there may be a chance of getting error at the runtime error. Please keep try or catch block now itself. But this kind of warning does not given by this unchecked exception. That is does not checked at the compile time. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Please, 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 please.